Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carolina. I'm a watercolor artist and illustrator, and today I'm gonna be doing my own entry for OakTeaParty's Draw This in Your Style challenge. Initially I was gonna do something very simple in my sketchbook, which I'm gonna show you. I did start, but I got too ambitious. It got a lot more complex. By the time you're seeing this video, the entry period for the Draw This in Your Style has probably already ended. I'm sorry. I'm doing it last minute as well, so I started with some sketches. I know it's pink lead. I'm sorry, it's hard to see, but I did not like this. Let me see if I can it's focusing on my face. Hopefully at some point I managed to get it to focus in here and the camera got super dark. But yeah, I started this sketch and I didn't really, not that I didn't like the concept, I just feel like it was too small for what I wanted to do. And the pose looks a little bit forced, and I started it like 3 different times. And so I was done. I was like, okay, let me take a picture of this and put it on Procreate, and I'm gonna show you the finished sketch. This is the finished. I hope I can show it to you. This is the finished sketch. I hope it is in focus. If it's not, I'm gonna put the picture up in the screen. So now that the sketch is done, I actually already printed the sketch and I have it here, and I'm gonna use my light pad to transfer it to watercolor paper. I like to get really close to my watercolor paper, so I don't know if I'm gonna record the line art phase, but if not, I'll record a whole watercolor process. So yeah, let's get going. Hello, this is voice over me. It seems that I am not able to talk today. I just the single voiceover that I record, so expected. It's been a real long time since I recorded a whole watercolor process from for a really big or like full painting, or what I consider like a full painting in my eyes, because I think I recorded like some illustrations, but like nothing but like a background, I guess. I know there's not much of a background in this picture. It's just like, dark background with some like decorative elements, but it's painted in. That's what I mean. I really don't have any plans for today's voiceover. I was gonna jab to you today. What can I talk about? My recent hyperfixation has been nails. So I think at some point last year I discovered gel strips, and I was like, ooh, what is this thing? Gel strips. This looks fun. So I got a set. I got like a set that comes with a little lamp, and you get the gel strips, and you just kind of like nail stickers, just put them on and cure them. Gel strips. I feel like they are very, I don't know, I get a lot of ads these days about gel strips and just a lot of like nail stuff, so I'm assuming they are very common, but I don't know if you're familiar with them. Like when I mention them to people, they know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I got a little set of gel strips and I tried them on, and I was like, this is amazing. They like really do not come off, and they are like last a long time, and I was really happy. So I started, obviously what's the obvious thing to do is to start buying them every time you see them at the store. And Target had some in clearance. Gotta admit, the clearance ones at Target, they were definitely old, because when I tried to use them, they were kind of hard a little bit. They were definitely harder than the first set that I had, so I was like, these just seemed like maybe they were a little old, and that's why they were in clearance. But anyways, yeah, I got a bunch from clearance in Target. I wore them to like Christmas, and then I wore like a set for my birthday, and I was wearing them like every once in a while, and every time I would take them off, they would like just pick up a little bit of my nail bed off, just the top layer. But I decided I at some point I made a mistake of wearing a set of those twice, one after the other. Like I took them off and then I put the next one immediately. And when I tried to take those ones off, they just did not want to come off. And I bought like the removers, okay? And they tell you like, oh, you just need to put on a little bit of nail oil or cuticle oil or whatever. And yeah, that's it. That's just put a little bit of cuticle oil and they will pop off. But for some reason, I don't know if my nail prep is so amazing, but they really, really stick to my nails. So a little bit, they will like peel a little bit of my nail every time I will take them off. But I never really wore them one after the other until that last time. And they really rip off my nails. I'm still, healing from that. And yeah, I was like, okay, I just simply cannot wear these one after the other. Like, they're very convenient, if I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm flying back home and I want to have nice nails for the trip or something, and I did not have time to do them before I left. Sure, I can pop them in my bag and literally do them at the airport or in the plane or whatever. Like, very, very convenient type of stuff. But yeah, after that incident where they just, like, I was left with literally paper thin nails. They were like flopping around. And my nails are not that long. I always, if you have seen my videos, I always wear sort of shorter nails. I can't handle really long nails. They really bother me. Just like to do stuff for cooking or crafting, or I don't know, putting on my contacts. They just, I don't enjoy having extremely long nails, so my nails are always pretty short. But anyways, I was even adding a little bit of length with those gel strips and having a lot of fun. But yeah, they destroyed my nails that second set in a row. And I was like, yeah, this is not working out. What can I do to protect my nails more? Or like, how the fuck do I take this off without like wrecking my nail? And I tried to look online and everyone was just like, yeah, just put the cuticle oil or like the remover. And that should, they should just pop off. But mine don't want to pop off, okay? And I wore them the full 14 days that's advertised, okay? And I feel like my nails grow decently, at like a very decent pace. So after 14 days, I at least have filed them down once, and you can really tell the growth. And they are starting like to lift right at the top and like snagging my hair when I'm like washing it and stuff. So at 14 days, I feel like I got a good bang for my buck, and I want to take them off. And they just won't come off easily. So yeah, I destroy my nails. So I was like, okay, so if gel strips suck, then how about I just do pure gel and just remove them with acetone. But acetone really dries my skin. Like, even just touching it will leave my skin white. I have very dry, maybe that's why the products adhere so well. I just have very dry skin. And I know there's this thing called like a magic remover or like a bubble off remover. I remember for like years ago, I was watching, I don't know, like Simply Nailogical, and she did a video on like this bubble off gel remover. The first one that I bought was expired because I got it at Target, and Target is, I don't know, is struggling, and all their products are old. So I ordered more online. I got a set of gel polishes from the same brand that I got my gel strips. But now, you know, I don't like that magic, like the bubble off. It doesn't hurt, but it makes me kind of itchy. It's a very weird product, I think. But anyways, it's really hard to put on like the instructions said to put like a very generous amount, but it's really hard to get like a very generous amount and not get it on your skin. So I'm not liking that. I feel like it's gonna dry my already very dry hands. So anyways, yeah, I got a set of gels from that same brand. And when I was doing when I look up why my bubble off was not working, because I mentioned it was expired, I look it up and I realized it was expired because the other people's like product was not all yellow, it was clear, and mine was like yellow with like red spots. It looked disgusting. It looked like someone put a sponge inside of it. I don't know, it was really weird. But when I was doing that research, YouTube started to recommend me HEMA-free videos, and I was like, what is that? And so I went down this like huge rabbit hole about gel polishes and like ingredients and like the whole allergy thing. I know, like I have known for a while that gel polishes could cause an allergy. What I did not know is that you can buy I guess better, not exactly like better quality. I'm not gonna say like if a polish has like a allergen in its composition, it's because it's a bad quality product. That's not the case. But yeah, I discovered that there's a whole world out there of like safer hypoallergenic gel polishes, and I was like, huh, wait, I didn't know this was a thing. And immediately my instincts was like, did the polish that I buy contains this whole bunch of stuff in it? And then I look it up, and lo and behold, yes, it has one of the main allergens in its ingredient list. And I was like, fantastic, I love that for me. So I'm like, okay, what the hell do I do with this polish? And I, of course, in the truest me fashion, when I'm buying something that has to do with colors, I cannot buy just one. Okay, I cannot control myself. I cannot just, I'm gonna taste it, so I'm just gonna buy one. No, I bought 7. Yes, indeed, I bought 7 polishes because I'm smart, I guess. What the hell do I do with 7 polishes that contain known allergens? Well, after doing a lot of research and looking into like quote-unquote cleaner gel polishes, I'm like, I cannot afford this. This is really expensive. I have to buy into a whole new system. The lamp is a whole other like topic to worry about, because like if your lamp is very cheap, then the gel is not being cured properly, and polish that's not curing properly is what leads to allergies. I need to drink water, give me a second. A very bad quality lamp can lead to like uncured product. Uncured product means that the allergens are then leaching into your nails and skin, and even you have like perfect application, you know, you never get the polish in your skin or anything. The uncured polish can, you know, it's still on your nail bed, and it can basically leach leach into your bloodstream, and that's how you get a allergy. And why these allergies are a big issue is because then if you need a dental care or like an implant or medical glue for some reason, that you're allergic to the components that make up those. So that sounds, like something I don't want to risk it. I got a little bit freaked out, and the conclusion that I reached, because I already bought the polishes, and I'm like, I wasted my money because I'm not gonna use this in my natural nails. The conclusion that I reached was that, okay, one of the girls that I was watching on YouTube about this topic, she is using the quote-unquote bad polishes on press-ons. And I was like, how do I even apply a press-on? Because I always heard that press-ons just fall off like after a couple days. Like that's not my experience. I never worn press-ons before, but my mom and my sisters had tried wearing press-ons and they always fall in like 2 days. They never stick. But then I did what do you do, and I asked YouTube, how do I put on press-ons? And it's actually pretty easy, and it needs like the same type of prep that you would need to put on like gel polish in general. So I was like, okay, I already know how to do this. I just need the press-ons. So I went and I bought a bunch of stuff to do my own press-ons at home with like the cheapy lamp that I already have that I bought with my gel polishes. It's a very small lamp. At least it's like a mini lamp. But at least it's like the brand's own lamp, and I have it in my hand because all my nail stuff is like on the drawer next to me. Because the recommendation is that you get the lamp that the company or the brand sells with their polishes, because they have tested that the polish actually cures in their lamp. So yeah, it's a very cheap lamp, but so far I think they cure pretty well. So yeah, I bought some like the base, the press-on nail, like blank press-on nails. How do they call them? Blanks? I have no idea. The plastic thingies with nothing on them to do my own press-ons. And yeah, I've been watching like tutorials and stuff, and I just been my hyperfixation recently, because it's the only thing I've been consuming for at least 2 weeks. And yeah, I get my press-on stuff delivered this Sunday, I think. So I'm really excited to do my first set of press-ons. That sounds like fun. Honestly, if you would ever like me to make a press-ons video, because that's kind of like artsy, right? So like, why not? If you would ever want to see me do my own press-ons for a video, I guess I can record it. But yeah, I had to fight myself very, very hard of not getting another system of, what I mean with the system, I mean like the whole base, polish, the color ones, the top coats, and the lamp of another brand. So that's a system. I had to really fight my urge to like not buy a completely whole new system of gel polishes, because I already have some, and I was like, okay, how can I make this, how can I use this up and, at least get a few sets of press-ons with them like done before I even invest in new colors, because this shit can get pretty expensive really fast, especially lamps. They are pretty pricey. Good lamps are all over $100. Also, just the hypoallergenic gels are also all pretty expensive. But I think even if I invest into hypoallergenic gels, I think I'm gonna still keep on doing presents, because it just seemed, from what I've seen online, they last a long time. You know, you can wear your presents for a full 2 weeks at least, and it just seems like the most painless removal of everything. Like, I don't need to file them down. I don't need to soak them off in acetone. I don't need to use shady bubble off gel removers. And mind you, the magic remover that I bought is from the same brand that I bought the polishes from. So it's like, it's the part of their system, right? But yeah, I had to really fight really hard, and I still got a few little things here and there. Let's see, I got some charms. The charms I got from AliExpress, you know, just silly little things you can stick in your nails. I've been wanting for years to get charms for my nails, because I do have 2 sets of charms that I've had for years. There's this like just like color rhinestones, and then the other one is this cute little tiny bows, and they work great. They're super tiny. They work great for my current natural nail length, right? And I got a few kind of like stickers in this like confetti looking thing that looks like little flowers. And the last thing I got was a set of eyeshadows, because I saw that you can make like really easy gradients with eyeshadows, and I could get like cheapo eyeshadows that I can use on the nail sets. They don't need to be like, you know, I don't know, L'Oreal or something eyeshadows, like expensive makeup to put on nails. They are not going on my eyes. So I got a cheap set of eyeshadows, so I have a bunch of colors to do gradients with, and obviously the nail glue and the press-ons themselves. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all the things that I bought, and I am just really excited. I'm really excited to try doing my press-ons, and I don't know, it just seems really fun, and I hope that I can make some for my family or my friends, you know, to practice, because if I just start making a bunch of them to practice, then I'll have more than I can wear. But yeah, I could make some for my friends and family, so that's fun. I don't know, maybe I could give them to them for Christmas and be like, hey, here you go, I actually made them. And yeah, I am reaching the end of the voiceover, I think. But yeah, I'm excited for my nail journey, I guess. I have always been someone that really enjoys doing my nails, and I always have like at least, you know, a couple of nail polishes on hand. But I've always used like the regular gel, you know, not gel polish. I've always used the regular polish lacquer. I guess that's the correct terms. Yeah, I got into gel nails, and that derailed into me potentially making my own press-ons. We'll see how that goes. And if it doesn't work out, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with all this stuff. Maybe I'll sell it on Facebook Marketplace or something. I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and keeping me company today while I yap about doing my own presents. Have a good day. Bye.